Hi, hello, welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliver the findings for a channeled reading. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure to do so. If you can, go ahead and smash that like button right now. We'll be deliberating the findings today from Los Carabello, Vida Sibila. And then we have also the Pop of Love Oracle. If any love comes up, like a king and queen together, emperor, empress, a double 10 of specifically cups and pentacles, or if the four of wands and the two of cups, you get what I mean. There needs to be like a combination. Something needs to call about love. Okay, so I have a little bit of the energy. I woke up with, it just seems like this understanding that a lot of us are trying to push forward just a little bit because of the life path, spirit, karma, destiny, and there's something trying to drag us like back towards the past, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. Not entirely certain. So I don't have the language. It's like even if the enemy, which is the other side, whatever energy is acting in opposition or like adversarial, they don't always want you out the game. Usually they do. Sometimes they just don't want to see you win, usually because of something that there's going on with them. It's just also strange because I've moved a little bit past the space of like, oh, enemies, oh, the devil, la di da, yada yada. But then now that I'm like out of that energy, 100% like in it, I don't know how to say that. I'm not 100% out of the energy. It's more like I'm not trying to move into it. I'm not trying to figure it out or whatever. Now the universe keeps dropping golden nuggets, like explaining to me what's going on. I guess since I don't feel like I'm combating anything, there's more clarity and understanding and explanation about it. It's getting institutional, meaning like those who are doing the whatever, the what have you, they need healing. And beyond that, they're running out of time. And beyond that, if they're like angry with us about something, cursing under their breath, saying that we're this, saying that we're that, whatever they're accusing us of is what they are doing. And whenever they're complaining about us as is something that they lack. Two distinct things that are nearly the same is hard to discern. So if they're accusing, you're this, you're that, then it's actually really something that they are doing. And if they are saying, why she got a la-di-da, why does he have to XYZ elemental P? If they're not accusing us of something, but they're complaining that we are doing something or that we are something, it's something that they cannot do. It's something that they are not. And a little bit beyond that is that some energy is moving slowly. So the energy that's moving slowly is that our spiritual inheritance is coming in. It's predicated for some of us upon our gift, our talent, doing the thing that we were kind of born or made to do. Whatever comes naturally to us, we should be kind of putting out there into the world as a helping energy to make the world a bigger, brighter, better place. And it takes all of us, for any of us to get what we need out of here. It's hard to believe that we can affect change just our little old self. But the thing is, if we touch one person and that person touches another person, that person touches another person, there's a cascading cacophony. Do you know what I mean? Because we always talk about the 144,000. It's 12 times 12 times 1,000. 12 times 12 is 144. It's like those who are really Cancerian, they seem really moody. That's not the case. Really, they have 6 different energies that are 2 different polarities that have 12 manifestations. What does that mean? So it's like we're sitting here thinking about like, oh, but it takes 330,000 or 144,000, 330 million. Like, no. All we need to do is find our little spot, which means that we find an energy that works in unison with us or that's compatible with us. And then if half a dozen other people do the same thing, together we all equal the collective energy. It is a complex thing, but it's not as complicated as we think. It's simple, not necessarily easy. It's hard, not necessarily difficult. Does that make sense? So it doesn't need to be thought of, and it doesn't need to be this convoluted. It's really more about being in alignment with your life path, spirit, karma, destiny. If there's a calling on your life, stand in your divine mission. If you have a sacred gift, put that out into the world to make it a bigger, brighter, and better place. The more of us that do that, 144,000, it will create an energetic shift upon the frequency of the planet. The vibration of the planet will shift, and then there'll be what's called a tipping point. It'll usher in a new reality. That's kind of it, because behind all of these recollections and epiphanies and golden nuggets and la di da yada yada, the chosen ones are waking up, and it's the powers that be. They're freaking out because they're losing their grip on control, and they were told some good time ago, prior to 2000, and they did a couple few things here and there, but really they were having this lofty little ivory tower moment, this illusionary success, this vainglorious, prideful situation. And that got them caught up in something. So there is an institution, and we need to push up against it, not combat it, not this, not that. Strive towards what's alive in us. And when we come up against some pre-established system, some pre-established cabal, circle, school, organization, whatever, evoke our divinity, evoke our sovereignty, evoke our galactic citizenry. That's really kind of what I was picking up. Because I could explain more, but I feel like I might go into a deep little diatribe, which I don't want to do. So we do need to, Eight of Cups here is about spiritual practice. It's also about withdrawing from something established, unless this means establish something out of our spiritual gifts. King of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, that's wanting to be fair, to be balanced, also wanting to grant something according to what's owed or deserved. Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. So this gifts, the thing about it is, like, those who are out there copying, those who are out there trying to energy swap or destiny swap or energy harvest, in the very, very end, it's going to come down to it that they just weren't going after the calling that was on their own life. They wanted to go after somebody else's calling. Ultimately, that's what it's going to be. And it may be this, it may be that, it may be up, it may be down, it may be left, it may be right, it may be sideways, it may be center, whatever, what have you. They just weren't going after their own life's calling. We chose the path that was carved out for us. And yeah, it's work. But in life, you got to choose your pain. You got to choose the pain of difficulty or the pain of regret. You got to, you got to choose discipline. You got to choose regret. It's not something in life is going to be hard. But you get to choose your heart. You get to choose where you're going to strive. And if you're striving in a place that wasn't made for you, it's not going to be natural, because you're not working if you're doing something that you enjoy. It doesn't mean it's not difficult. Doesn't mean that it doesn't require energy, effort, attention. But it's worthwhile, it's satisfying, it's gratifying. So there's this energy that I think I've been shaking it off because that's what I'm like very aware of it right now. There's this energy out there of people trying to be authentic, genuine, sincere. They're all of a sudden giving love, energy, effort, attention when they had this access to us all this time and they could have been doing it. And they might be making gestures of the heart, but there's something in them that's still cold. The heart is still shut off. And we're beginning to leave or not be so accessible, and then they're fighting us about it. Maybe not to our face, but they're contesting us energetically. Hangman, Seven of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Eight, blah, 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 Page of Pentacles. So things started to shift about a week ago. We might not have noticed, but they did. The enemy knows what's going on more than we do, and there's no one that watches us more than the people that spit on our name. It's interesting how a hater's going to study. Because what they're wanting is to block, but they're an outlaw. And that's just part of it. Some of them cannot get in alignment with the universal law, the universal flow of things, the way things work. Some of them just want to go against the grain, be defiant. There's a double five here. So they may be on a losing streak. It could be for the rest of their life with the Five of Swords. That's a fall from grace. Especially with the Justice card here. Justice card, Five of Swords, that's an outlaw. I have a gift here for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and invoke it. So we are kind of inaccessible. We have a pure golden heart. And honestly, there's collaboration going on here. From the higher realms, the angels. So there's some feelings here or needing for things to be right. If we don't feel like there's a connection, if we don't feel righteous, if we don't feel in alignment with the people, places, and things, especially the people that we're around, we're not really going to be excited to embark upon journeys with them or give them more energy. It is going to create a death. Because we have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. That's withdrawal and detachment. We're going to be withdrawing energy from people, places, and things, and that's a problem for them, not us. We have the, okay, before we had the Four of Cups, Page of Swords, Hierophant, Death card. So there will be endings, especially to people that are collaborating against us. Because there's some kind of illusion, delusion, confusion. There is this delusion. There is this giving energy to a false narrative. A lot of them are just unhealed, unawakened. Some of them have a cold heart, a vindictive spirit. They want to punish or they want people to feel what they feel. Venus and Scorpio, I'm also hearing that. So they're at this place. Venus and Scorpio is not bad, but it does give you a crossroads energy where you can choose a very clear path. One of being the mother of all demons, or one of teaching those who were in the earthly realm how to be ready for spiritual attunement. You get to choose the path, whatever it is. The one thing about Venus is you don't get to straddle the path. You don't get to be on two sides of the fence. You have to choose one. You can't skip judgment with Venus and Scorpio, unfortunately, because that's part of what the Venus and Scorpio is. It's about, are you unhealed or unawakened, or are you striving towards spiritual attunement? Here it's good. We have the Eight of Cups and Seven of Cups. Great. We're out of the energy. Something will um, rear its head and it'll make us decide who and what. So, Emperor, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. With the King of Wands, Emperor, there could be an Aries sun sign. It could also be a Cancer rising. If there's a Cancer rising, there would be a moon, possibly, in the first house there with the Four of Cups. And I'm hearing that haters, they're gonna hate. Haters and players, they're gonna play. Ballers, they're gonna ball. Ballers. Okay, so this is coming back, the angel and the archangel. We have spiritual communication and conflict resolution here. With the temperance, the tower, it's the archangel Zaphkiel, which is the angel of divine contemplation and wisdom. The la la la, the angel of wisdom and contemplation. We're running towards healing because we see the tower falling for a lot of people, especially the sorceresses, especially the people using other people's energy for their own, or trying to use other people as a source, as a conduit to manifest the life that they're living. Now, an alarm is going off here, Seven of Cups, with the Seven of Swords. A double seven is an alert, alert, alert. It's a trigger also. Something got triggered. And the angels are here. The Judgment, the Temperance, those together is a sure thing of Metatron. We have the Angel of Presence. So the divine eyes are upon us, confirmed by the Tower card, because the eternal kingdom is near. And there's two sides of the road here. Some people are being iced out and other people are being included. So we have this Aries energy. Yeah, so the divine right of kings. We were always gonna la da yada yada. There was always gonna be a windfall. So there was going to be a test, a trial, or tribulation. It's happening right now. This is why a lot of us are wanting to withdraw or to leave things behind, or we're naturally healing. Like I said, I haven't been in this energy of conflict or whatever. It does keep touching me, but I think now that I'm out of it, I'm having all these divine wisdom nuggets, golden nuggets dropped on me. The death card with the Wheel of Fortune means a windfall, an inheritance. It does come suddenly, a lot of them here, after we turn our back to some kind of inimical nature. Those those enemies that provide that inimical energy, um, they're going through desperata petulosia, maybe jealousy. Yeah, because they see us doing better without them. Is really kind of what it is. They're finally, after a long, long time, getting the message that we're joyful and also that we're divine. And then that's why they had this addiction. That's why they had this. I'm hearing this grab the guy that thinks he's fun. So that's why they leached on and they wouldn't let go. Not because they thought they were better than us, although that's what their mind thought. Now that the situation's matured fully, they had affections that they couldn't communicate. So they're saying like, "Wow, you fly! I like how you do it. I like what you got going on. Something about you is interesting to me. Boy, I'm kind of obsessed with your energy. There's something divine about you." They've never come across energy like ours before. And instead of saying like, "Oh boy, like you the bee's knees," you know, they just did that lurker-dirk, that reeky-deeky sneaky tweaky thing that they were doing. I don't understand that. So the thing about it is that they had access to us at some time or another, and they didn't handle us right. They mislabeled, misjudged, mistreated, misused, and now they're out just because we went towards grace and they went towards darkness or separation. Or see, they were spiraling downwards, we were spiraling upwards. Eventually there would have been an energetic rift. Eventually, even if we were once attracted to each other energetically, since we kept getting better and they either stayed the same or got worse, we were eventually repelled. Yes, once upon a time, they or we were at an energy where we attracted each other, one another to each other. However, our vibration kept changing and their vibration, does that make sense? So eventually we got repelled. So some of this is that they know better now, but the thing is, I don't let people back if there was deceit or malice. And we have deceit here, Seven of Swords. So there's a death. It doesn't matter how much action you take, you're gonna have to do it in another lifetime. Somebody might also have Mars in Capricorn, Three of Pentacles with the Tower card. Yeah, so there is this, we know that there's going to be energies returning or coming back for reconciliation. And that's beautiful. Blessings to your healing, blessings to your illumination and awakening. I want that for you. I like that for you. It's not that I don't want to see you eat, honey. I just don't want you eating at my table anymore. Because once an enemy, you can never be a friend. Because the truth is, you never were. Now you feel bad because you mislabeled, mistreated, misused. Now you feel bad because you fumbled me. Now you feel bad because you tricked yourself up out of your spot. But that's just what it is. If you left me while I was struggling, you don't get to be next to me while I'm succeeding. If you left the dress rehearsal, you don't get to be part of the opening act. This is how it is. This is how it's going to be. And no hate on you. No hate on your name. No hate on your shade. Be who you are, do what you do, move how you move. I'm just gonna move out your way. You might have gotten better, you might have gotten to be everything that you ever wanted to be now, today, but here's the deal. When we were coming up through these streets, you did me dirty. I don't care how authentic, genuine, and sincere your pleas and your bee's knees is today. The thing about it is, it took you harming me in order to get that. So I'm not hating on you, ho, but you got to go. And definitely there's a Jonas, Jezebel, Seven of Swords, Page of Swords. When that comes out, doesn't matter. It don't matter, don't care. It says here with the Three of Pentacles that part of everything going on, meaning that we had to walk through darkness and we needed to call upon angelic assistance during the time. And there's an alert here. We have a double seven, so it's a no. It's always gonna be a no. Yes, I see that a lot of these people that are antes, they miss their window of opportunity. After an ending, then they're delirious because then they realize like, oh, I'm walking right into the person that I stepped on and stepped over to get to where I'm going. And they lack the foresight at the time. They still do. They still do. They don't realize that they have to get reassigned and come to another life here and have some kind of L branded into them, some kind of mark of Cain, in order to burn that off. It's not something that we can forgive. Yes, when we forgive, it just lets the divine in to execute judgment. Maybe we can call it a punishment. I don't know. It's not my place to know. What is this Seven of Cups with the Death card? That could be Venus and Scorpio. It's the fact that the unhealed, unawakened, and the sinners, not the trespassers, but the sinners. Because we have them both, Seven of Cups, sinners, Seven of Swords, trespassers. The trespassers are guilty of something close to a cardinal sin. Cardinal sins are the things we need to avoid out of the seven deadly sins because it will completely deplete our spiritual bank account. There is a lot of other sin. We call that venial sin. So Seven of Swords is not always about thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not covet, da la di da, ya la di da, ya la di da, la di da, la di da. It's more like don't attack your brother without cause. It is always born under the seven deadly sins, but here's the deal. The thing that closes your heart up quicker than anything else is jealousy or envy and greed. Those will disconnect you from source quicker than anything else. Not you can. This is not for me to say, so I will be quiet. But there are other things you could do that are horrible, and you can still be full of love. Not saying that those things you should continue doing, but you want to lose your heart chakra quickly, envy and greed. So there are people here that are guilty of the 7 deadly sins. And then there are other people here that are just unhealed, unawakened. They're not waking up as quickly as possible. And those people, they're actually going to be healed when we move out of their energy. Something about having access to us is keeping them. So in a way, we're co-signing just by them seeing us in their environment. They think they're better just because we're near them. I don't know. I don't really want to say that. But the tower's going to fall. A lot of these people pretending to be this, pretending to be that, the tower's going to fall. If they don't have God duties and obligations, if they don't have a spiritual ranking, the tower's going to fall. And we have a King and Queen of Pentacles here, so that's love. Yeah, cosmic love. So it's been through the ages, through the lifetime. It's going through some kind of winter season right now. Things are becoming dull. Things are withering on the vine even a little bit. We have a message here. I was always so hot and cold with you, and I know that that was confusing. Our connections was too much for me to handle, and that was the only way I could deal with it. Okay, but we have destiny upon us. And after the insecurities are over, we have destiny upon us because there's a twin flame here, but also there's a false flame. So a false flame is when you're not getting everything that you need. What we need is respect. What we need is to be seen. What we need is for people to not want us after they've lost us because they realized something. Like recognizes like. If we have to do struggle love, it's the wrong love. Because when God gives you something, there's no karma, there's no confusion, there's no competition. 10 of Cups, so that's Mars and Pisces with the Tower out. 9 of Swords, that's Mars and Gemini with the Tower out. 9 of Pentacles, so we've gained something here in the Lovers card. So there's, remember I said 10 of Cups, that's Mars and Pisces with the Tower card. And I said 9 of Swords, that's Mars and Gemini with the Tower card. Then guess what came out? Pisces and Gemini. So there's something here where there's the land of the unawakened souls. This is literally the dark night of the soul. We walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Death card, moon card, light at the end of the tunnel. We also have a Sagittarius rising. I mean, okay, maybe. Sagittarius sun sign or midheaven, which would be a Pisces rising. If there's a Pisces rising, Mars in the first house, some of them. Not all of them, though. Because Mars talks about your rising sign anyway, so it doesn't have to be. But some of us, there's a Virgo rising. Venus would be in the first house, so there's a Virgo rising. Some of us is a Sag rising for certain. Now, a lot of us are going to have either a Virgo midheaven or IC, which would mean Sag or Gemini rising. So the line between Sagittarius and Gemini is where all the divine beings are born from. It doesn't mean that anything other than that's the line of incarnation. So we're actually really blessed, favored, chosen, and anointed. And a lot of people are going to realize that they did us dirty. They In the past, they were inimical to us. They hurt us and they wanted to hurt us. But then they're going towards some kind of transformation. And what comes out of that transformation is the fact that they've missed their window of opportunity. Their window of opportunity was to be connected to Gran Signore. That's the one that can answer prayers. That's the one that can help in any kind of way. That's the one of them that is loyal to them. This is a surprise. It's not something they would have been able to see until they went below the surface of the water. So they will be coming back after they've had this healing and this whatever. But if they did us dirty in any kind of way, in any kind of shape, form, or another, they don't get to come back and stay back. We'll forgive them to their face and move on. You know, forgiveness granted, access denied. That might not work for some of them. Some of them will not like that. Some of them will not agree with that. Some of them will not understand that. But definitely, we will not care. It's not our fault. It's not our problem. When you have the Death card and the Seven of Cups, whatever happens after everything falls, it's what it is. Because there's redemption here, but there's also judgment. Emperor in the Judgment card is graduating, getting a rank increase. Temperance card and the Seven of Cups means we learn from all those experiences, we healed out of it. A double seven is an alert, it's an alarm. With the Tower card, there's attack. Some of these people are going to be fallen. Seven of Swords in the Tower, there are fallen. We need to let them lose their grace. We have a double queen here. Yeah, it's okay. We're not angry, but we can't give to them. They see the thing with the Penseros is a little bit of a block. Because a lot of people are going to be so refined and sophisticated, or they're going to appear that way now. But here's what it is: they couldn't see it at some previous time. Oh wow, okay, that snuck up. We now know our value and our worth, but before people only looked at us as if we could give them something, and we didn't know that they wanted something from us, or we didn't know exactly what they wanted, and they were upset with us when they didn't get it. So they went on elsewhere when the thing that they were chasing down wasn't the real, genuine, authentic, sincere article. We were the real, genuine, authentic, sincere article, but we didn't appear to be. But like recognizes like, real recognizes real. So they were looking for gold and they went after something that was gold plated when really we were gold, but they couldn't discern it. Their eyes were covered. So there may be a Taurus moon here. There may be a Taurus sun. So we have a lot of energy. Let me read through everything. Okay, so we have moon in Cancer for sure. Taurus moon or Aquarius rising. Taurus sun or Leo rising. Less so Leo rising, but it's still there. Mars in Capricorn. Gemini rising, Sagittarius rising. Sun in Aries or Cancer rising. If there's a Cancer rising, a lot of people would have their moon in Cancer as well. We also have Mars in Pisces rising. We also have Mars in Gemini rising. Definitely Gemini rising with Mars in Gemini. That would be Gemini in the first house. Now, somebody here is going to be a Virgo midheaven. For those who are Virgo midheaven, the Sagittarius rising, there's going to be Venus at the top of their chart. A lot of people are healing, even the people that did us wrong and did us dirty. But if there was malice or contempt, we cannot let them back. This fell face down. So if there was malice and contempt, we can't let them back. That's just il nemico. We can't. We can't. because we had a longing for joy with them. It didn't even have to be love. We had a longing for joy with them in the past. So steady, the longing, allegrezza, joy, a heart, allegrezza, joy. Um, and we should have been gotten a message from them in the past that they weren't the business. They probably said something that came out because they were showing up at a certain energy, and that's the thing. When you test an imposter spirit, you test them 3 times, there's gonna be a glitch in the matrix. They're gonna show themselves quite quickly before they return. They'll drop their mask just for a quick second. So this is the thing. What they're really loyal to is turning. They'll turn. They're not actually as loyal as we want to think. The thing about it is that they're expecting us to be loyal, and the thing is we are still loyal to them, but we don't want to be around them. We have to go to, if we're loyal to them, we'll go pray in front of the altar for them when we know they're struggling. We won't actually let them in our house, let them in our energy, let them in our space. If you're hungry, let me give you some food. Let me here, I'll get you a room for the night or something. I'll buy you lunch, and then I'll leave you at the bus stop or the train station or something. No, you can't come home with me and sleep on my couch. Let me go call a couple people that we know and see if you can stay with them. That's the heart of the matter. I will always love you, but I don't like you. I don't feel safe with you, and I definitely don't trust you. So that's we. This is a reading about us maturing in our divine love. Something here has happened. I didn't read on that double nine. Grant me a second. Okay. Yeah. So the reason that we've been spending time alone is because we needed to mature in our energy. We needed to be love, love in and love out. King of Cups, King, Queen of Cups. We need to be love inside and out because we have the Queen and King of Pentacles here. So King of Cups, unconditional love. Queen of Cups, unconditional tolerance. So now they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. There's delays for me to get the thing that I wanted because they missed their stop. They tricked them. They got up out of their spot when we were the blessing to help them heal their spiritual woes. So now they're gonna have to wait till God grants it to them again. That's gonna be waiting a while. The medicine will come, but they need to stay on the path that they're on. They just can't return to the scene of the crime. Okay, what's this? Yeah, two more to check. The tower with the moon is post-traumatic stress. It's also Mars and Pisces. Yeah, so they are going to be returners because it's going to haunt them what they did. Now that things have everything has happened, now that they've matured a little bit, this is still on them. The stink of what they did is still on them. And they're going to want to come back and see, like, hey, is there anything I could do about it? There's nothing wrong. You're forgiven. Please don't talk to me again. Peace be upon you. Blessings to your healing and your life. Have a blessed life and a nice day. Um, the Tower and the Lovers card can often be brother or sister, or keep this arrow. Brother and sister can be spiritual brother and sister. We could be from the same soul family, the same origin. We could have had a couple of different karmic lifetimes together. In this lifetime, we were able to choose. What is this Tower and Lovers card, please? Yeah, okay. So it's brother and sister energy because um, they were part of their mission was to try us, and that was it. There's no need to carry on, to keep on carrying on. That was we got out of what we got out of it what we needed to get, and they don't need to come back. They can move on about their business. They can go back to here, be a karmic for somebody else. So that means that they were karmic. A lot of these people were karmic, meaning we were supposed to. They're a soulmate, but a karmic soulmate. We needed to learn something with them. Once we learned with whatever with them that we needed to do, we didn't need to walk forward with the rest of our life with them. We handled up on some karma from previous lifetimes with these people. That's what this message was about. You know, there's an alert here, no returners. This past lifetime karma And if we learn what we need to learn from them in this lifetime, let them go, let God, let them carry on. We need new, creative, new beginnings. We don't need evil eye seeing if it still works. And even if they don't hate us anymore, they're wanting to see if they're still entitled to anything. And entitlements need to be honored. We're not going to cash that check. We're not going to, that ticket is expired. They don't get entry. That coupon is expired. We're not going to give them a discount. They need to cycle through the incarnational cycle and come again another lifetime. That's really what it is. And it's unfortunate. It is. It really, truly, genuinely is. But that's how it is. And that's how it's going to be. Take good care. If anything I said resonated deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. This is a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the seas of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine and unconditional love and universal oneness. Ho'oponopono, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be whole. May you be at peace. May you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. I pray that your path is ordered, your steps illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. Until we meet again, namaste, dhanavat, and ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, avidane. Arrivederci, adios, shwe shwe, mochi mochi.